In the opening match of the 2026 FIFA World Cup on Thursday, South Africa played against Mexico at the historic 80,000 capacity Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. This was Bafana Bafana's fourth appearance at the biggest stage in world football. They were playing against Mexico, whom 16 years ago they played against in the opening match of the 2010 FIFA World Cup in South Africa that ended in a historic draw. As soon as the referee blew his whistle, Mexico was on the offensive. They pressed the South African defense from all sides. This forced Bafana Bafana to withdraw back and try to regain possession. Just 4 minutes after kickoff, Mexico had their first shot on target. It didn't take long for the pressing to eventually crack South Africa's defense, when a defensive error was made by Yaya Sithole at the 8th minute that gave the ball away to Mexico's Julian Quiñones, who thrashed the ball straight to the keeper, scoring the first goal at the World Cup. In the second half of the game, the first red card of the tournament was issued to Yaya Sithole for a tactical foul on Brian Gutierrez that brought Bafana Bafana down to 10 men. With a one-man advantage, Mexico doubled the lead at the 66th minute, courtesy of a header by Raul Jimenez. The match eventually ended with 2 more red cards shown to the teams, marking a confusing opening defeat for South Africa. By the time the final whistle had been blown, South Africa was being trolled across the socials.
African brother, yo! My African brother!
Africano, soy no africano, pendejo.
You is, what?
No, mi no africano. Mi nombre es Jose Martinez Gonzalez.
Mexico, you stole our goals. Mexicans stole our goals. I look at that player, the Mexicans, one player is Nigeria, the other player is Canadian. Only the team is Makwere.
We are extremely happy. We are extremely happy. I don't know whether you can define the word extremely.
Buenas noches, días. 7, 8, me llamo Kevin 2.
What was weird about the trolling was that it wasn't coming from the Mexicans, but from fellow Africans. The whole continent had turned against South Africa. People were mocking and making memes of the squad. It was a clear indication that majority of the Africans were happy that Mexico had defeated Bafana Bafana. And this begs the question as to why. Why did fellow Africans rally behind a North American team and hate watch on an African team? Well, for those living within the continent, the answer was obvious. But for the sake of non-Africans watching this video, let me explain. See, in the past few months, there have been incidents of Afrophobic violence that have been happening in South Africa. This is basically the hatred of foreign African nationals by some South Africans. The Afrophobic South Africans have been justifying violence against foreign African nationals by accusing them of being the source of their problems. That is things like crime, unemployment, and straining South Africa's healthcare system. Because of this, there have been strains in relations between South Africa and other African countries, the likes of Ghana, Nigeria, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, Somalia, Malawi, and Mozambique. Having understood that, you now get why most African football fans supported Mexico over South Africa. It was a show of dissatisfaction of the ill treatment of foreign African nationals by some Afrophobic South Africans. In their next fixture against Czech Republic, which is due to take place on June 18, the hate watch will continue.
Where are you from?
We're Nigerians, but we live in England.
Nigerian?
Yeah.
All up in Mexico?
Yeah, we're Mexicans. Mexicans today, man. Let's go, Nigeria! Woo!